What's up guys, welcome back to another College Treehouse video. Today I just wanted to make a quick video addressing a YouTube video I came across. It was a Princeton student who was basically saying that you should not go to Princeton and some other Ivy League schools because they will basically make you burnt out. And I just wanted to watch the video and address it with you guys because I think there's some points I agree with, but then there's also some points I disagree with, and I feel like it's important because the video is blown up and people are listening to this right before decisions come out.
Hello everyone, my name is Quan. I am currently a junior at Princeton studying computer science. I'm sorry, I'm so tired, but basically the reason I'm making this video is a warning ahead of decisions coming out soon. And my point is that you need to be very careful where you go to college.
Okay, right off the bat, I just want to say that you should never listen to one singular person's advice when it comes to choosing where to go to college. This student he goes to Princeton, but when you make your decision, listen to a lot of people. Listen to your parents, your school counselor, like you do research. Like it should be a very, very, very hard thought thing.
But having been at Princeton for 2.5 years now, I think I can say that with even more confidence. Princeton is like the perfect example of not everything is as it seems. It's not because the classes are hard. It's not because of the grade deflation. There's a lot of different factors at play that make the energy here very suffocating and toxic.
Yeah, this is completely true. I mean, Princeton's one of the top Ivy Leagues, and of course it's going to be different than other schools. I'm surprised it said that grades weren't the issue because Princeton's known for its grade deflation. It's a really, really hard school. So the fact that he just kind of brushed that over was surprising. Okay, the other thing I want to address is that I do have some inherent bias as I literally create college content. So I want to emphasize the points that are really, really strong, but also talk about the ones that are a bit subjective that you shouldn't necessarily listen to, and you should be taking in more perspectives.
There's a lot that I've seen and heard at this place that have questioned my level of faith in people. I've seen friends from freshman year change fundamentally. I've seen good people change for the worse. I'm honestly very lucky to have made it this far without being worse off. And if you ask any upperclassmen how they really feel, they're going to say the same thing, that they just want to leave.
I mean, that's a very, very subjective take, saying that everybody wants to leave. Like at my school, I go to Stanford, and I'm assuming it's a similar type of rigor environment. 50% of students stay for another year, whether it's a co-term or graduate school. People, they don't really actually want to leave, from what I've heard from who I've spoken to.
And to be honest, I'm kind of barely scraping the surface of issues. A lot of the stuff I don't really feel comfortable talking about, but it doesn't matter what the ranking is. Mental health matters so much more than a Princeton degree or any other degree with some name on it.
Look, and again, this is based on personal experience, but I really hope this person is okay. Nobody deserves to be feeling like this. This is terrible, and I agree that mental health should definitely come first for anybody.
Please, for your sake, if this resonates with you in any way, just don't go here. I also wanted to touch on this topic for parents. If you guys genuinely care for your child's well-being, please stop feeding into this college admissions game. It's become such a cutthroat and vicious competition to get into any type of university nowadays, and it's feeding into this environment that it's very dangerous and harmful for these students. We need to start changing our approach to college admissions if we want kids to be doing well in college.
Okay, yes. On this point, I absolutely do agree with him. College admissions is super, super cutthroat, and I think it's less the students and it's actually more the parents. The pressure, your parents talking with other parents about, hey, whose kid is getting into where. It's just so much unnecessary pressure, and trust me, I've experienced it too. I know people who have. It is totally unnecessary, and I think that his point is correct in that colleges and parents and just people around students putting the pressure on them, really it's wrong, and it's too much, and it's overwhelming.
Some other examples of schools that I think you should avoid. Brown is kind of weird. I think UPenn also it's not a very great place to be. And then I've also heard that UC Berkeley isn't the best for mental health.
Okay, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video was when he started putting out schools like UC Berkeley and UPenn, there's really no merit to it. It's just somebody probably told him they didn't like that experience and he kind of took it and ran with it. Please look at the actual statistics, mental health statistics, everything. I mean, I personally heard that Dartmouth was worse off, and I heard UPenn was pretty good. And so I could just start telling people that UPenn is awesome and Dartmouth sucks. But I really think that it should not be treated subjectively.
You need to care a lot more about what the school is like in terms of culture and environment. I would make sure to thoroughly do research and also make sure to visit campus, but also be very careful to discern between what you're seeing and what the tour guide is telling you.
Tour guides, they're just selling the school. Trust me. They have a script of what they need to say. They get that off their chest. You need to explore the school for yourself. You need to look at statistics. But the tour guides, they're all going to try to sell the school for you.
I also wanted to touch on this topic for people who are already at Princeton or at these types of schools. If you are at Princeton, especially if you're an underclassman, just take some time to remember who you are, remember what your passions are. Just be very protective of your energy and the people that you talk to. There's some good people here, and there's a lot more people that aren't.
Okay, this is completely true. There are so many manipulative people at these schools. Like even here at Stanford, like there's some people who are like outwardly friendly, but like deep down they have like other intentions. And you got to get good at detecting that because you want to stay away from those people. So he's absolutely right. This is pretty common at all the Ivy Plus schools. You got to watch out.
So stick with the good people. I urge you to show up more authentically. A little goes a long way, and if you can be yourself, you will find people who resonate with you. But yeah, people here are kind of nasty. I could really go on about everything else that's gone on here, and dig up more shit, but I think I've said enough. So again, please don't go here if you can help it. And besides that, again, name really means nothing. Like you have no idea.
I don't really agree with this statement. I think that rankings do matter to an extent. For example, if you want to study at Georgia Tech and you want to study aerospace engineering, it's one of the top programs and it'll help you land a strong job. You shouldn't just completely discard rankings and just say, hey, I'm going to go to this state school just because. I mean, rankings, they have a purpose.
What's really going on. And that really just ties into the fact that you need to stop caring about it so much. Like there are so many other things that matter more at this time. And this is just not helping anyone feeding into this game. So stay well, take care, and final warning.
Okay, just my final remarks. And again, I hope that this person is doing well and he's feeling okay, mentally is okay. But when it comes to these elite schools, a lot of the time for people like us, going to these schools brings you a community of other people like you. Trust me, I've visited schools, like party schools, like Michigan State, and there's vapes everywhere. There's drugs, there's alcohol. There's things that people like me and you don't want to experience. And these schools provide shelter, but also a community of other people who are like us. And to look at the positives, look at the things that schools offer, the connections, the resources, the research. Don't worry, it's not all gloomy, and there will be sunshine. You're going to have fun in college. You're going to have a good experience.